We're going to begin by sitting on our knees, sitting up tall. If it's more comfortable for you, you can sit in a cross-legged position. I'm going to start by breathing in deeply through the nose and out deeply through the nose, just focusing on your breath, going in and out. So trying to gently push away any thoughts that might come to mind, and just settling the nervous system as you do. So breathing in deeply through the nose, filling up each chamber from your belly to your side ribs and then your chest. And then exhaling through the nose, starting from your chest to your ribs and then your belly. Okay, so from here we're going to do a few rounds of alternate nostril breathing. So with your left or your right hand, whichever is more prominent, grab the peace fingers, placing them in the middle of your eyes and blocking off your left nostril with your pinky finger if you're using your right hand. We're going to inhale deeply through the right nostril, block off the right nostril, and then exhale fully through the left nostril. We're going to inhale back through the left nostril, blocking that left side off, and then exhaling through the right nostril. So that is one whole round of alternate nostril breathing, and we're going to do a few more rounds of that, just going at your own pace. So alternate nostril breathing is really great for calming down the nervous system, slowing down the heart rate, and just reducing any anxious feelings that you might be experiencing. I have demonstrated it in my last YouTube video, which was actually all on anxiety, and it's just a great way to help center yourself, bring your awareness back to the mat. And you can do as many rounds as you like, but we're just going to do 3 rounds today. So from here, we're going to inhale deeply through the nose, lifting our arms overhead, and then exhale down by our sides. Inhale deeply through the nose, looking up to our hands, shoulders are down the back here, and then exhale deeply through the nose, arms down by our sides. Inhale one last time here. Stretching all the way up, and then exhale your arm over to your side. So looking under your top armpit and just stretching. Feel that nice stretch along the side there. Just keeping your sit bones grounded here. And just breathing deeply into the pose. And then inhale deeply back to center. And then exhale over to the other side. Just trying to rotate your chest open to the ceiling. Just coming to where you're comfortable here. Just feeling a nice stretch while we warm up here. Then inhale back to center. And then we're going to exhale over the other side again. So just feeling a nice stretch. Breathing deeply. Inhale back to center, and then exhale over to the other side. Just gently warming up the body. Nothing too strenuous just yet. So inhale deeply here, coming back to center. Just do a few rounds of a nice spinal stretch. Nice to do first thing in the morning. So we're going to inhale our arms up, overhead, interlace the fingers, and then exhale, really splay the shoulders here, navel to the spine. Inhale, arms up, and then exhale, separating the hands. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together, and then just continue to do that. Inhale, interlace the fingers here. Exhale, push, and really draw the navel into the spine. Inhale, arms up. exhale, squeeze. Just doing it at your own pace. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders. Keeping our arms where they are, we're going to just slightly rotate from side to side. Just breathing as you do. Just gently and at your own pace. Moving from side to side. Then coming back to center. So just placing arms down by our sides. We're going to inhale our arms up. Then exhale over to our left side. So sitting up tall, using your right hand to gently push your knee so your whole body is rotating around to your left. And just breathing deeply here, a nice spinal twist. We're going to inhale our arms back up and then exhale over to the other side. So sitting up tall, breathing in deeply through the nose and out deeply through the nose. Spinal twists are great for detoxification and nourishment. So inhale back to center. We're going to exhale over into Balasana, so child's pose. So really try and walk out the hands here, really stretch the arms forward as much as you can. You should feel a nice stretch along the back and the backs of the arms where the lats are. And we just want to melt away into the mat here. Just feeling that nice stretch. So breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling deeply through the nose, just letting it all go. We're going to inhale, walking our hands over to our left side, and exhale, fold. So really feeling that nice stretch along the right hand side there. And just breathing here for 2 more breaths. And 1, so just inhale back to center and gently walk over to the other side. Fold into it. Walk your hands a little bit further to the side if you want a little bit more of a stretch. So breathing in deeply through the nose and out deeply through the nose. It's breathing into any tension that you might be feeling as well. Just melting away. We're going to inhale back to center and then exhale, fold just for a moment here. So when you're ready, just inhaling back up to sitting, arms overhead and then down by your sides. Just do a few neck stretches here. We're going to roll our shoulders if you like. Inhale our right arm up and then exhale, just gently grab the opposite side of your head and gently pulling down with your left arm so you feel a nice stretch along the left side of the neck there. Breathing into it. Inhale back up and we'll do the other side. Exhale over, gently drawing your shoulder down. You should feel a really nice stretch there, especially if you've got some tension in your neck and shoulders, which most people do these days. Really good to do in the morning, first thing in the morning as well. Just breathe deeply here. We're going to inhale our arm back up and exhale. We're going to start rolling our neck here from side to side. So just gently going back and forth, just starting to stretch the neck, awaken the neck. Another great exercise to do in the morning. Just breathing as you do. And staying here for as long as you need as well. And you can start to do some full circles if that's available to you. If not, just start with the half circles. So changing direction. So just coming back to the center, rolling our shoulders if you need. We're going to come up into all fours or tabletop. So just ensuring here that your wrists are directly under your shoulders and your knees are directly under your hips, just for proper alignment and to protect the spine. Make sure you've got a neutral spine here. Really engage the core here. We're going to extend our right leg behind us and our left arm. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale here. Exhale. We're going to squeeze and squeeze our core. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then inhale and then exhale, placing them back onto the ground. And we'll do the opposite arm, opposite leg. Extend, holding the core. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale one last time and then exhale and inhale, exhale back down to the ground. So reposition yourself. We're going to inhale our head and our sit bones to the ceiling, dropping the belly here, and then exhale. Really squeeze our navel into our spine here, splaying the shoulders. And then inhale, looking up. All the way, exhale. Really squeeze and splay the shoulder blades there. Inhale, looking up to the ceiling, letting the belly drop, and then exhale, squeeze. So we're going to inhale here, coming back to center. From here, we want to hold Uddiyana Bandha, which is our navel to our spine lock, and just lifting the knees off the floor, we'll come into our first downward facing dog. So we want to not collapse with our shoulders here, making sure our hands or our fingers are splayed, and just walk out the dog if you like. So pedal it out or go from side to side, whichever feels good for you today. Some people may not be able to get their heels to the ground, but we're not trying to get there just yet. Just trying to waken up the spine, warm up the body first. So breathe deeply here. Pedaling it out. And when you're ready, we're going to look to the hands and we're going to start to walk our way up to our hands. So keeping our feet at hip width apart. And we're going to come into Uttanasana. So keeping the legs bent, we're going to grab opposite elbows and just hang here. So our head and our neck should hang. All the weight should be going towards the toes and should feel a nice spinal extension here. Another great exercise to do first thing in the morning. So allowing your belly just to rest on your thighs. Breathing in deeply through the nose and out deeply through the nose. Just keeping our legs bent so we're not putting too much tension on our hamstrings just yet. You can sway from side to side if that feels okay for you. We're going to let go of our hands here and start to roll all the way up to standing, just going as slow as you can until our head and our neck comes last. Rolling our shoulders down our back. We'll step our feet together. So just standing up tall, feeling that line of energy coming through the crown of your head as you do, and breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. I'm just going to turn to face the camera now, but you guys can stay standing at the top of your mat. So we're going to inhale, shrugging our shoulders up and down our back, and then inhale our arms all the way up overhead, looking to our hands, and then exhale down by our sides. And again, inhale, arms up, keeping our shoulders down our back, not shrugged up around our ears, and then exhale down by our sides. So we're going to inhale once more, stretching all the way up. We're going to interlock the fingers here, and then we're going to exhale over to your left or right side, whatever's best for you. Just feeling a nice stretch along the side. We're going to inhale our arms up and then exhale over to the other side. So just holding on the core here, not going too far. So inhale back to center and then exhale over to the other side. Just for a moment. And then inhale and then exhale gently over to the other side. And then inhale back to center. So from here, we're going to exhale, separate the hands and squeeze our shoulder blades together here. And we're just going to gently rotate from side to side. Just another way to awaken the spine. So gently rotating the spine here, breathing as you do. Going at your own pace and then coming back to center, arms down by our sides. So inhale our arms all the way up overhead once more, and then we're going to exhale, separate our hands and interlock our fingers behind our back. You can make a point with your index fingers here. Really open the chest. We're going to inhale, look to the ceiling, and then exhale, fold, just making sure that your feet are at hip width apart here. So keeping a bend in your knees if you can, and bringing our arms over as far as you can, just coming to where you're comfortable here, and breathing. I'm going to inhale, scrape the fingers along the floor into Utkatasana, chair pose. Tuck the pelvis and then exhale, standing Tadasana. So roll the shoulders back again. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, interlace the fingers once more. Open the chest, looking up, and then exhale, fold, keeping a bend in the knees there. Breathing in deeply through the nose and out through the nose. Really feel that nice stretch along the shoulders and the arms here. We let go of the hands here, scrape the fingers along the floor, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. So just coming to stand at the top of your mat, feet are together, heels are slightly apart. Roll your shoulders if you need to. We're going to inhale, hands to prayer in front of your chest, and then exhale. So bending the knees and just placing your left elbow over your right knee for a nice spinal stretch. Try and push your hands to the center of your chest for more of a twist, looking to the ceiling there. Just breathe. And then we're going to inhale back to center, keeping our legs bent, and with control placing our right leg or our right foot in a long stance into a high lunge. Inhale, arms overhead, and really just bend into that front knee as low as you can. Trying to keep that front leg activated at all times, and shoulders are down the back. Inhale here, we're going to bring our arms up and stepping all the way forward, just hovering that right leg still and bring it in for a nice balance pose. So really ground down on that left foot, squeeze in that right knee, sitting up tall or standing up tall, holding in the core, and breathe, focusing on a spot out in front of you. And from here, we're going to place our left hand on our left hip and then open that right knee to the side, looking over our left shoulder if you can. If not, just stay in the first position. Great way to practice clarity and focus with balance poses. Squeeze in the knee now and then exhale, placing that foot down by the other one. So just resetting ourselves, placing our hands in prayer in front of our chest, bending the knees. Inhale here and exhale our right elbow over our left knee. Just feeling a nice stretch there. Looking to the ceiling if you can, and really using your hands as leverage to push you a little bit further. Just breathe. Now inhale back to center. Keeping your legs bent, we're going to step our left foot back with control, coming into a high lunge. Inhale our arms up, and then exhale, deepen the pose. So really bend into that front leg, allowing your knee to gravitate out towards your little toe. And shoulders are down the back here. So breathe. Every inhalation we're extending, and every exhalation we're bending into the pose. So we're going to inhale, stepping that left foot back up to meet the other one, just hovering it there. Squeeze in the knee, the left knee here. Really ground down on that right foot. Sitting up tall, focus on something out in front of you. And if you're okay, stay here. Otherwise, you can come with me. Place your right hand on your right hip and open that hip to the side, looking over your right shoulder. Just for a moment there. And then we're going to inhale, come back to center, squeeze in that knee and place your leg back down to meet the other. So resetting yourself here, roll your shoulders down your back, placing our hands down by our sides in Tadasana. Really activate the legs and the core, tilt the pelvis under. Breathing in deeply through the nose and out through the nose. I'm going to inhale, hands to prayer in front of our chest again, bending the knees and placing that right foot in a long stance. So this time we're going to open the hips to the sides, raising our arms, and then exhale, bending the front knee into Virabhadrasana 2, so Warrior 2. Nice strong pose. Make sure that the knee doesn't collapse inward. I'm just breathing deeply here, shoulders are down the back. And we're going to inhale our front hand up and then exhale just for a moment into Reverse Warrior. Keeping that front leg bent. And then exhale, spiral over into Parsvakonasana, which is side angle pose. So just rotate your chest open to the ceiling as much as you can, placing that elbow bent on your knee. So just breathing into it. Your back leg should be activated and straight. So inhale back to standing, turning both our feet to be parallel to the ends of the mat. And we're going to inhale, place our hands at the top of our hips, open the chest, and exhale, fold into a wide-legged forward folding bend. Inhale halfway, and then exhale, fold into it. Just coming to where you are comfortable here, and keeping a nice bend in the knees if you need. And breathe. You should feel a nice stretch along the backs of the legs. Just allowing your head and your neck to hang here. Breathing deeply. Inhale halfway here. And exhale our hands to our hips and coming up to standing. We're going to bend our back leg and then exhale up to Tadasana. I'm just going to face the opposite way, so I'm still facing you guys. So roll the shoulders, inhale, hands to prayer in front of our chest, and we're going to bend the legs and exhale our left leg into a long, wide stance. So making sure that your foot or your back foot is at a 90-degree angle. Inhale our arms up to shoulder height, and then exhale, really bend into that front knee. Breathing here, keeping our shoulders down, our back. And our hips should be squared off to the side of the mat. Very strong pose here for the legs. Inhale our front hand up, and then exhale into Reverse Warrior, just for a moment here. And then exhale, spiral over into Parsvakonasana. Looking to our top hand, so placing that elbow on that front knee and breathing in deeply here. Really bend into that front knee too. feeling that nice stretch along the inside of our legs. Then we're going to inhale to center, turning our feet to be parallel to the ends of the mat. Interlace our fingers behind our back, open the chest on the inhale, and then exhale, fold, coming into another forward folding bend. You can bring your arms over again like we did at the beginning, keeping a nice bend in the legs if you need to here too. And just breathe, only coming to where you're comfortable, not pushing yourself too much. Then we're going to inhale, placing our hands down, coming to halfway. Exhale, hands to the hips and coming up to standing. Bending our back leg here, and then exhale to Tadasana. Placing our feet as wide as the mat, so toes are pointing outways. We're going to realign and then inhale, hands to prayer, and exhale, squat all the way down. So just coming to where you can, and we're just going to sit in a squat for a moment. And you can rock from side to side. It's a really great way to help open the hips. Sitting up tall, making sure our spine is straight here too. Breathing deeply. Just gently sitting down onto our sit bones or our buttocks, and we're going to balance here on our sit bones for Navasana. So you can keep your legs bent or straighten them, whichever is best for you today. This is the more advanced pose. So we want to hold it in our core, lock on our core or our Uddiyana Bandha, and just sitting up, breathing here. Great way to strengthen the core and the legs. So just exhale here, lift ourselves up for a moment and come back into Navasana. So you can hold your hands behind your knees here too if it's too much for you. Shoulders are down the back, arms are down by our legs. And really squeeze here. From here, just lowering down with control onto our backs and placing our feet right near our buttocks at hip width apart. So just ensuring there's proper alignment here. We're going to do a couple of rounds of bridge pose to strengthen up the back. And from here, we're going to roll our pelvis up and squeeze the buttocks. Interlace the fingers at the back, and your arms should be long along the floor. And this should help you push up a little bit further. So your knees should be gravitating towards each other. And just imagine you're holding a block between your knees. So breathing deeply here, and then exhale, roll all the way down. And you can squeeze your knees in here just for a moment. Rock side to side, massage out the back. And from here, we're going to do that again. So just making sure that you've got proper alignment, and we're going to inhale, rolling our pelvis all the way up. Interlock the fingers, tuck the chin into the chest, and really push. So make sure that you don't feel it too much in your lower back. You should really feel it in your glutes. That's why it's important to roll the pelvis under when you do so. So breathe here. Really squeeze the legs. And then exhale, roll all the way down. And we're just going to bring our legs in again. And just squeeze, give them a bit of a hug, rock side to side. Just gently rocking side to side. Doing circles if you need to. Just place our feet back down at hip width apart. And we're actually going to roll up into a shoulder stand. So it's an advanced pose, but if you can, roll all the way up, placing our hands at the base of our spine or our lower back, and you can place one leg up and then the other, and really try and pull with your feet to ensure that your legs are straight, or as straight as they can. Shoulder pose is great for strengthening the shoulders, but also really helps to stimulate the thyroid gland. Bringing the legs overhead into plow pose, you can interlock the fingers behind our back again and bend the knees here, and then with control, just rolling all the way back down. And then rocking up to sitting, just with control. If you can take a few times. So I'll just turn to face you guys, but stay sitting long along your mat. We're going to place both legs out in front of us. Sitting up tall, we're going to place our hands right next to our sides. We're going to inhale deeply through the nose and exhale deeply through the nose. Making sure our legs are activated and our core, or Uddiyana Bandha, is locked. Very simple pose, but very effective. So we're going to bend our left knee, bringing it in close to the body, placing our foot close to our inner thigh, and then we're going to inhale our right arm up and placing that elbow over our opposite knee, and just using that as leverage to spinal twist our way around, looking over our left shoulder. Breathing here, keeping our spine nice and straight. We're going to inhale back to center, placing both legs long along the floor. Inhale our arms up overhead, and then exhale, fold into a forward folding bend. You can keep your legs bent here, just coming to where you can, not pushing yourself too much today. Should feel a nice stretch along the backs of the legs. And just breathe into it. Breathe into any tension that you might be feeling. And then we're going to inhale, arms up, and then exhale down by our sides, bending our right knee in, and then just doing it on the other side. So raising our left arm up and placing that elbow on our right knee, looking over our right shoulder, and breathing here. So inhale back to center, placing that leg long along the floor. We're going to inhale again, and then exhale, stretching all the way forward into a forward folding bend. Keeping a bend in your knees if you need to. So we're going to inhale, coming back to center. So opening our legs as wide as you can. Just adjust yourself as you need. Sitting up tall here, we're going to inhale our arms overhead, stretching all the way up, and then exhale our left forearm down along the floor and our top arm overhead. So you don't have to grab your foot here, just allow your hand to hover over top if you need. You can look under your armpit to the ceiling while you rotate your chest open. And just breathing deeply here. Nice stretch for the side of the body. So we're going to inhale here, squaring off over your leg. And we're going to exhale, fold over that leg. So it's another stretch for the body. Just breathing into it. Breathing deeply here. Then we're going to inhale back to center, raising our hands overhead, and then exhale, fold, forward fold again. Keeping a nice bend in the knees if you can. Just coming to where you're comfortable. Great stretch for the inner thighs. So we're going to inhale back to center, arms overhead, and then we're going to exhale our right forearm long along the floor next to our leg, and then exhale our top hand over. So just coming to where you can here. looking underneath our armpit there, and just breathing deeply through the nose and out deeply through the nose. I'm going to inhale, squaring off over the leg, and then fold. So every inhalation we're extending and lengthening, and then every exhale we're folding into the pose and deepening the pose. Remembering that deep breath that we were doing at the start of the practice. Then we're going to inhale back to center, bringing out both our legs together and just laying long along the floor. So bringing our knees in towards our chest, squeezing them in, we're going to wrap our left leg around our right leg, bending the knees, and then wrapping our left arm under our right arm. And then we're going to do a few core strengthening exercises. So touching the floor with your toes and then with your fingers, and we're going to crunch up. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale, squeeze together. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Unraveling our arms here, laying them long along the floor, we're going to exhale our legs over to our left side for a nice spinal twist, looking over our right shoulder and breathing in deeply here. You can use your left hand to bring your knees closer to the floor if you need to. Just breathing here. Then we're going to slowly bring our knees back to center, unravel your legs, and then we're going to fold them over the other way. So right leg over your left, and then do opposite with your hands. So right arm under our left. So we're going to inhale here and then exhale, squeeze. Inhale, touching the ground, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, and unraveling our arms once again. We're going to exhale over to our right side, looking over our left shoulder, and just breathing here, feeling a nice stretch along the spine and our hips as well. Should feel really nice on your lower back. So just breathing here while we wind down the end of our practice. We're going to inhale, bringing our knees back to center, unravel them here. So just placing our feet down and then squeezing our knees back into our chest and grabbing the soles of our feet here and really pull down here. So we're actually going to rock from side to side, massaging our back into the ground. A happy baby pose. And while this pose looks funny to do, it is actually a really good pose for opening up the hips and feels really good. Now we're going to place our legs long along the floor, as wide as the mat, and placing our hands by our sides for Savasana. So just doing any last minute adjustments while we get comfortable. We're going to try and lay still for at least 5 minutes in Savasana, focusing on our breath. So breathing in deeply through the nose. And you can breathe out deeply through the mouth for a nice cleansing breath as you do. Breathing in through the nose, filling up each chamber, so your belly, your ribs, and then your chest. And then exhaling from the nose, chest, ribs, and then your belly. Allowing your mind not to wander away. Just focus on your breath and your body at this time. And allow each muscle in your body to sink deeper into the mat and feel completely relaxed. Allow your whole body to feel heavy into the mat, sinking deeper and deeper. Every inhalation, you're breathing in nourishment and new life, while every exhalation, you're exhaling toxins and negative thoughts. Just resting and rejuvenating after your practice today. Just being aware of how your body is feeling in this moment. And allowing complete relaxation as you do. You can imagine a nice white light hovering over your body, cleansing and nourishing as it goes, allowing it to energize your body. Imagine it moving from the soles of your feet all the way up your body to the crown of your head as you lie there, and allow it to weave in and out of your crevices of your body. Sinking deeper into the mat with every breath that you take. When you're ready, bring your awareness back to the mat. Bring your knees in and roll over to your right side. Just laying here for a moment and then keeping your eyes closed. Using your left hand, we're going to gently sit up to sitting. Cross-legged or on your knees, whichever's comfortable for you. Bring your hands on top of your legs or in prayer position in front of your chest. We sit for a moment. And just expressing gratitude for coming to your mat today and allowing me to be your teacher and your guide on your yoga journey. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this gentle practice. If you'd like to see more, I'd love to hear from you. So post a question or any suggestions below, and I'd really love if you'd subscribe, like, and share this video with friends. Until next time, namaste.